Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. A first down carry for Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Looking to throw. Purcell trying to lay one up deep.
And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
Back to throw. Purcell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
From the 35 on second down. Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Throwing to start the drive. Purcell got his man complete over the middle. It's Collins.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun. Purcell. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Milton Williams.
What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. To throw on second down. Purcell.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The Eagles at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Right back to Sanders on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 44, Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
first down. Purcell
has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Purcell. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 4th down, Purcell. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 23.
They'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Throwing is Hurts.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Off the bootleg, Purcell. He sets to fire deep.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking to throw on second down. Purcell. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants have moved out in front.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Dancing to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Hurts throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
19 tight.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. It's a second down run with Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Throwing after the interception. Purcell. That's complete. It's Collins. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. To throw on 2nd down. Purcell. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 30. 10, 5. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. 3 plays, all resulting in 3-yard carries to bring up fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
18, pioneer.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Here's Hurts to throw. Goes right back to McBride.
And a nice spin into some open field.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Okay, ready?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Hurts.
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And they work this out past the 25.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Purcell. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Milton Williams
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To throw on 3rd down. Purcell. And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
Milton Williams.
2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could...
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Second down, here's Barkley again.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Purcell.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
.31 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Giants, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. Here I go, I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it, we bout to build it. They leaving it vacant, I just go harder, harder. I am unbothered, I gotta get it. I am so with it, I will go get it, that is the difference. I am not waiting, I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right, my grind too tight. This here rhyme too nice. It's my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie, that's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie, that's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping.